Hi, this is a working session with Brad. It's Sunday, August 20th, what time it is, 12 p.m. We just finished about an hour on a fascinating topic, and now we're going to go back to the working session. Except Brad had an insight he wanted to share.
Curt is trying to work me to death in between our sessions.
Well, wait a minute. No, you started it. I did it. Don't blame it on me.
You started it. We were working on this interesting phenomena, which is related to the meritocratic versus the rule authoritarian inflated logics. Okay, so the deflated logics of the meritocracy and the inflated logics of the authoritarian via positiva. And it was interesting because the logics, languages, and grammars of the meritocratic are most deflated and function to provide an equilibrium right now that is correspondent with the current reality. And at the other end, the most inflated would be religious, metaphysical, that area is supported by via positiva social construction. So we were having some musings about the resistance offered from changing our understanding to rectify errors towards the deflation, towards the inflationary side, will increase as they go, because those people are dependent on a cadre of people around them that they are indoctrinated into their norms, ideologies, philosophy, and religion.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to double down all the way to the bone. And so that's what we see when we see the doubling down of the social constructionists, is that they're going to double down until they burn everybody out of agreeing with them in the moment, because they can't do it anymore. It just doesn't. Everybody sees through their thin stuff.
Yeah.
That was what we were talking about right before Curt turned the camera on again. And we're supposed to be doing a working session. I'm not trying to
do a working session. So
now, so Curt can share his screen so that we can pop to it.
I'm not. Okay. Share my screen.
That was most satisfactory.
Well, when we begin to understand things, that big connection. Let's think about it as the undiscovered valley of resources. That's the feeling we have. So all of a sudden we're walking around and all of a sudden we run a new valley, and all of a sudden there's no more apes, no other apes here. It's full of fruits and stuff to eat. Well, that's what happens whenever we gain an understanding. It opens a field of potential for virtual understanding. It's the same process, the same mental reaction, the same emotional. So we have this field of opportunities available to us. And so our bodies, thankfully, like being exposed to new fields of opportunities. Whereas, it appears that things like alligators and crocodiles aren't so happy with
that. They're just indifferent, Curt.
Yeah, exactly.
They're operating from norms and traditions and values and religions they don't need to change. Sharks and alligators.
The field of opportunity for them is whatever's right here, right? I mean, that's all there is, right?
It's good enough.
It's good enough for them. We have a different problem. All right, so I'm going to try to pull it together here and establish a context. If I'm quite as good as I was yesterday.
Oh my.
All right, so we're gonna restructure. So we started out from. I think this should be called existence.
Hmm,
Accumulation. I'm gonna flip it around.
hmm,
We did it that way.
that's nice.
Accumulation. Cooperation. Things I could put a plus there.
Hmm,
I think it's minus equals.
what's that? Hmm, hmm,
Let me solve one problem before I start another. We have existence, accumulation, cooperation, adversarial competition, evolutionary computation. Should I say logic or ternary logic?
yes, Turner is good.
Another one's here. I don't know if this needs to be. This of time. With time. Let me do. State,
Wow.
yeah. Yes. There's no more right. Something like that.
Hmm.
This is the one I don't know. So I don't know what that is. These are states. Scenarios. I don't want to be able to do it.
And would you call the let's look at that now right there, okay? The description and testimony. Is that not
It's just a
there's
grammar.
it's what?
Each of these has a logic, and this is the unification.
Right, but it's a verbal function, right?
Um,
It's a measurement. Which will be a metric.
measurement. Measurements closer. Yes, it's the means of measuring.
Right.
All languages measurement.
Right. So it states in time. Right.
Can you talk about time again? Because you almost, I was finishing that and I almost had it.
It states in time or over time. Yeah. Now, would you say the logics, languages, and grammar?
No, how does it? Well, that's. Range.
I have to ask what the four sciences are specifically. Oh, okay. Oh, and evolution. Huh. That's ridiculous.
Why?
It's just ridiculous. Because it's like this linguistics. Because we're talking about how we talk about everything.
I'm just trying to figure out the right word to use.
Okay.
These are all logics. Right?
Oh, yes. Hmm. It's natural linguistics.
So that's not sure that's true. Well, I don't know if this is linguistics. Linguistics is language. And we separate. The paradigm.
Hmm. Possible populations.
Possible popular, yeah. I don't need help being confusing this time, I think. Oh, my God. Well, that's interesting. We have the differential involves.
What a odd recursion it becomes, because we have to use language to describe language.
Yes. Easier on my eyes.
What's that?
Put the lights down, see if it's easier on my eyes.
Right.
Paradigm, no, super speed space. I don't need this. Vocabulary.
Yeah. Hmm. You have to include the lies at the end.
Crashing, Brad, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold on here. I'm not doing a very good job.
You're doing all right. So let's talk for a minute. That's all right. I'm really impressed by how this is panning out. It's looking pretty good.
We're doing good work.
This part of talking about language is hard.
Well, it's like, how do you say things with it when we don't really, we don't like to, we avoid neologisms whenever possible by resorting to operational names whenever possible.
Okay.
And so, the people think of language, they tend to think of grammars, and, but what does grammar mean to everybody? Well, it's rules of continuous recursive disambiguation within a language, but that makes no sense. So there are only so many rules of continuous recursive disambiguation. Languages make use of possible grammars, variations on grammar. So we're trying to figure out how to say this without. We've covered all of this good stuff, right? Grammars. Now we said what the science is. Science is just the attempt continues
So it's an epistemological function.
is it this and I'm saying it's
Which is falsifiable, right?
too stupid.
Huh?
Again, not good.
Here's a question for you.
This should come out and I'm not having difficulty.
You're doing all right. So looking at this, we're look at the before, during, after part, okay? So physics includes physics, chemistry, and biochemistry, yeah?
Yeah.
And behavior includes life, sex, and psychology, sociology, and politics.
Yes, economic, anything, behavioral science.
Yep, economics too. But I think it might stand enumeration there just because it's like what the question is, what exactly do you mean by that? And it suggests merely physics. So it should be biology.
uh,
Biology, sex, psychology, sociology, economics. And political science. Oh, okay. That's metaphysics, right?
hmm.
No, it's not even. That's just what happens after. I like how you have the AI on tap.
Well, you know, what's great about this, is it's so much easier. I don't have to do 20 searches,
Right?
right?
You send your bot out to do it.
Yeah, it's just so much easier, and it's like, not gonna give it to me. What about?
Thinking about that one. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
That last sentence says it.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I wanna do this, and it should be rolling off my head, but I'm wasted. See if we can do anything else while you're thinking of while we're here. This is fucked up. I gotta fix this tomorrow. I have a brain cell. This is just. Do that. I think I like that. What are you thinking, boss?
Well, it's I like the ternary logic minus equal plus. You say it a little different, and that's okay. Minus plus equals, or plus minus equals, right?
It's
And what's interesting is that the computer generated that adaptation. Adaptation is plus minus equals.
I have an ally in my use of plus, minus, and equals now. Maybe we can gang up on Martin.
Good luck with that. He's a hard head, man.
I want to work more. Can we find something that isn't gonna, I don't know, make like. Can't do that, that's too hard. Um,
What's amazing, we work an hour to get a page. It's all right.
Well, it's also incredibly dense, you know, if you want me to write a script about two guys talking about this, it'll take me 15 minutes.
Right.
Like some of the stuff I write, you know, the stuff that's easy. You know, I just cram that stuff out. But when you have to be precise, you have to use, we're using constructions.
Right.
And so we define the four sciences. Grammars. We got to come back and do that. We did that. Probably ought to be turned to fours instead of threes.
Huh?
Well, these are heading threes. They should be fours.
Oh.
We elegantly introduced every necessary concept, right?
Yes, in a very, very parsimonious fashion. Hmm.
I can tell you really like this. Such clarity, right?
Right.
If you go from this Now, what we're written here. It's in one of the, if we go to the physics. No, baby, you can do it. Here we go.
Oh,
I thought it was. I got the wrong section here. Here it is. So now we have the defense. All right. It's gonna be so much easier to write that after having this.
right.
I'll go back and do some work back there too, but we've got, now I've got the argument down. And I like transcendence. This is the wrong title. This is the wrong.
So not the science of behavior.
Words are just man.
What? Oh. Hmm. It's the behavior of man.
And the evolution of man, is that what we end up with?
Hmm.
The evolution of mankind. You did good work.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we made it to 1 o'clock. We done,
That's fine.
is that okay?
Yeah.
I get the feeling if I drink a little more water and whatever, but I'm still. I seem to have got, the water seemed to do part of it. But I'm feeling tired.
That's okay.
You okay, boss? I don't feel guilty.
No, no guilt.
The quality of the, it's so funny how somebody's gonna read this someday and they have no idea how much effort it took for us.
It looks so, it's so easy to, once you see it on paper.
All right, brother, I love you. Thank you for today. I'm gonna stop sharing. Ask you to thing. This has been Sunday, August 20th. It's a working session for Brad and I. We've been working on basically the logic of the universe, the sciences. Brad, do your thing.
Hey, feel free. Hit like, push subscribe, and click the notification bell. Then you can leave your comments. We will be happy to read them. And we'll even say, give you thumbs ups because you guys do a good job.
All right, love you, man. Thanks, and thanks to the audience. And remember to tell Brad he's charming. Bye-bye.